In the event that you missed it, the statement read, "No bail for Durk." The judge stated that nothing has changed to warrant release. She also mentioned a tip that Durk is using other inmates' phone accounts and making three-way calls, which is against federal custody rules. At the court, the official workers' lawyer said,
"Update on Lil Durk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good." The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered. They're saying I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. Is that the prosecution's case has taken two major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, "Oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, no, crying in the street." Prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation.
The prosecution's case is getting weaker because they can no longer utilize Durk's lyrics, but it gets stronger because lawyer Mo would explain what the prosecution also had to back off on.
The allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
The media claimed that Durk is now facing a new charge in his murder for hire case after being hit with a second superseding indictment yesterday, while prosecutors have removed mention of song lyrics, which is terrible for Durk. Explain. Regarding the death of Wando's cousin in August 2022, the rapper is accused of stalking that resulted in death. Prior charges against Durk included 1 count of conspiracy, 1 crime of carrying and firing guns, and 1 offense of using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire. But it's for Durk that the prosecution has removed all mention of the murder and song lyrics from the most recent indictment. His lawyers are now filing for a new bond hearing as a consequence, but Durk's is dismissing the charges as baseless as they can no longer utilize the same proof that was used against him.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had 1 new fact. It had 1 new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Drew asked about the songs the authorities were using against Durk in the rap game because there wasn't much evidence against Durk. The tracks had been recorded and published before the crime. He soon learned.
The indictment, we noticed, and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives.
Exactly, yep.
And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out.
It's an all or nothing situation for Durk, though. And Drew's lawyer said they are going all out and won't take a plea deal or anything because of how serious Durk's case is.
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
Durk's lawyers are taking things too far in their defense of his First Amendment rights, claiming that just because Durk uploaded something online for music, it doesn't always mean it's true.
There's a First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech and First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is violent.
Even online attorneys are drawing comparisons to Young Thug's case in the hopes that Durk will also be released.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months before.
He even went so far as to claim that the prosecution was unaware of the existence of rap culture.
And I'll go out on a limb and say that sometimes prosecutors don't necessarily understand hip-hop culture. It's almost like a text without context. So you got to really understand the time, the place, the audience. Sometimes they might speak in ways that seem direct to somebody that's outside of the culture, but doesn't necessarily, but can mean several things to someone inside the culture. So it would certainly be a flub, big time, right? But it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened where somebody looking through the window, particularly of hip hop culture, doesn't understand what's being said other than their desired use of it.
But since they exposed disturbing evidence in the lyrics, these new Durk accusations have fundamentally altered everything. Watch Quando yelling no and your son sobbing no at the crime scene on TV.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
According to one update, Jam gave them the digital evidence, which includes over 230 terabytes of audio recordings, video footage, and 20,000 pages of reports. The data is currently being analyzed for discovery. With their reports, they might utilize this information to add 2 more M for higher accusations against Durk, which begs the question of how much evidence they have against him. According to the federal government, Durk paid to deal with these 2 people. First, Jam's mother died after Durk found out he had a wire around him, and then Stefan Mack battled with Durk's brother Dang. The feds believe Jam is the key to having Durk imprisoned for all 3 counts because Durk witnessed in this Instagram lived that Jam was wearing a wire because of the way he clutched his
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, feeling like back in the day. Oh my! Oh dang! I'm like back in the day. Look, he took a check on your man. I heard you got his head. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to have a dare. Architect. Having who? I'm having a dare. School trying to stop down. All that woofing on the net, it got your man hit. Metro!
Durk said he could tell when people around him were months after this Instagram live interview.
I see shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I could have a conversation with you for 5 seconds, and know your is gonna cooperate.
Durk even went so far as to claim that, for a full year before his arrest, he had prohibited anyone from entering his house.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the you gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. Watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
But oddly, $50,000 from Durk and cash 2 years ago.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the middle, baby mama get the trigger, bro. See that?
Feed
for my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof,
bro got out what?
You know that
how many you did off?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah. That's your latest bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
The feds actually investigated the people in the backdrop of this Instagram live and found that they were some of the suspects who had been spotted shopping with King Vaughn before.
Solitary
They
stone.
big we just looked at him. Man.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man stepped in.
As a result, Durk is also being used as proof in the Stefan Mack case. 30 minutes after Stefan Mack was taken out, they showed the judge what Durk had stated for Thang in an Instagram story. The next day, an Instagram live showed that Durk was in a mood and laughing after Mack's passing.
You can't see other shit, boy. What? Tweak on my folks. Hey, somebody always said, slap a car. Somebody always said, slap a car.
This is not the only snitch against Durk, though. According to the news, prosecutors delayed Durk's bond release, gather evidence against him at the last minute for the next court appearance, which made the case against him seem much stronger. Brick Baby, Big U, Brick Baby Loose Cannon, and other people had all been arrested in a detention facility, according to information obtained from sources and lawyers. Probably for this reason, there is a lot of chatter in the courtroom regarding a new informant. Lawyers think Brick Baby, who was taken into custody in the most recent gang takedown, will flip on Durk because of the timing of the two arrests. For M for hire, the feds first pursued Durk because 3 years earlier, Brick Baby had stated in a live broadcast, "You can't say Durk never slid for Vaughn because they got Lil Pab." His reaction to the earlier livestream interview that was conducted after Durk was arrested.
Was this an attempted hit or
They can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
God.
Like, who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
But according to the feds, they've already tried to connect Durk's lyrics to Brick. According to Baby, he would have provided Quando Rondo's location if Durk had inquired.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been cocaine if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd something.
Right.
So with Brick Baby,
if Brick Baby agrees to spy on Durk, they will be able to give him a plea deal because of his confinement. But then Charleston White would accuse him of being responsible for Brick Baby's imprisonment.
I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all niggas think I be playing. When Brick Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet and put that $10,000 stack on his head and indirectly said, hey, I got some money on Charleston head. And he continued to act like he was pursuing me. I made a federal report. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friends. So, not only that, we filed a report with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God.
Charleston White also doesn't like Durk since he said he was happy when Durk got arrested.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
But it would also come to light that India Royale might not have been faithful during Durk's imprisonment. India, Durk's baby mama, was allegedly spotted at a party with her hand on another man's leg, according to a tweet. The video was made public by her friends, and as India talked about it the next morning, screenshots helped to clarify the situation.
Family, do we know you? Yeah, you a grown man. Do y'all remember when men used to like lay concrete, change tires, go to war? Now these niggas on the internet gossiping all day. Like, what's happening?
6x9ine and DJ Academic's popularity online.
All right, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that hold on,
Told about some other
we talking about India.
She's a good girl. She's
you met her?
I haven't met her. But
So why you saying she a good girl? Like
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
All right, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes.
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if he gets life, like, how did that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?